Well, good Monday afternoon to you. It's Dan. I want to welcome you to my home in the sticks. I hope everybody's having a show enough good Monday and a good start to a new week. But I'm here to tell you in East Central Mississippi, all we do is waiting on the rain. Got rain forecasted all week today, but that's okay because we can use it. Before we get started on today's video, I always like to mention that if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. And if you're returning just to see what old Dan's got going on over here, I thank you for coming back. But what I want to share with you and y'all today is we're going to talk about a little minor setback. So give me a second, and that's what we fixing to do's. I started a bunch of wheatgrass seeds over here to get some fodder going for the animals and the horse. Something happened that I actually knew was going to happen, but I really wasn't sure. But the wheatgrass seeds that I had were probably 3.5, 4 years old, and they did not germinate. Didn't do any video on that. I'm here to tell you they didn't germinate. They just had an awful smell when I soaked them in the water. I was kind of like, well, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but guess what? They didn't. So I actually had to go out and buy another 50 pounds of wheat seed. And over here in East Central Mississippi, wheat seed is just not that expensive. To me, it's not that expensive. 50-pound sack of wheat seed is $9. So it didn't break the bank, and it's something that I'm going to use all summer probably. But before I do that, I have several videos that I did on wheatgrass and wheatgrass fodder. But after watching the videos myself, I was kind of like, really, Dan? I mean, I don't understand. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do just a series of videos on wheatgrass, but I'm just going to do some wheatgrass, and then I'll explain things a lot better. You know, videos from 4 years ago was kind of like, I don't even know how people even understood what you was trying to say, Dan. So we're going to try a little bit better on the wheatgrass and explain what I'm doing, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So let me show you. All right, here's the wheatgrass seeds that I bought from my local cooperative, and this is the King Grazer, and all of this is just basic wheat seed for cattle. And here is the wheat seed right here. What I do on my wheat seed is I have just a little bitty small cup, and I actually put out, I'll take, I don't know, 2 big scoops such as that, and I dump them off into these paint buckets. Kind of like that. And I might go a little bit more than that. I do 3 per container. And all these are just food grade buckets. I call them paint buckets, but you could put anything you want in it because it's food grade. So there's our wheatgrass seeds, approximately 3 cups per container. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill those up with water, but I wanted to make a point with the water that I use. The last 3 or 4 years, I've actually tried distilled water and just regular tap water, county water, out of the spigot. And to be honest with you, I really couldn't tell a difference between the two because they both germinated equally well. So we're going to get some tap water, and we're going to get these guys filled up. So let's do that. Let's get to filling this guy up, and all this is just old regular tap water. And we're going to fill it up to where we just cover those seeds up. We're going to do it on both of them. Maybe give them a little stir. I'm going to put 2 lids on it, and I'm not going to seal these down. I'm just going to set the lids on top of it to keep the fruit flies and flies out. Going to look something like that. And that is how we're going to attempt to get the germination process started. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these guys in the shop. Not going to mess with them. Going to let them soak for exactly 24 hours. After 24 hours, I'll drain them off and put them into several smaller containers and water them daily or twice daily, once in the morning, once in the evening. So again, I'm not just going to do a series on this because there's just tons of videos on growing wheatgrass. It's just I wanted to clarify how I do it over here because back in the day I didn't explain stuff too well. So yeah, maybe we'll rectify that. Dan, how do you store your seeds? Well, I use a food grade 5-gallon bucket. It's got a twist lid on it. And this twist lid actually has a gasket on it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's in there. So these seeds stay nice and dry. So we're probably gonna put them in there and we'll store them. And hopefully use them before a year's up, because evidently wheat seed don't last very long or store very long. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you and y'all today, is just give you a little update on the wheatgrass. Didn't work out too well. Didn't have any germinate, so we had to go get some more wheat seed. So we're gonna give it 24 hours, see if they, we're actually gonna let them soak, let that wheat seed soak for about 24 hours, and then drain them off, and hopefully in 3 days we'll have some seeds that have germinated. So of course I'll bring you along on that, show you what they look like, as well as update you on other stuff that I have growing on over here. So again, I hope everybody's having a show enough good Monday, and hope everybody's being safe in this global crisis that we have going on. If you like this video, go and give it a thumbs up to help. If you haven't subscribed to the Homely Sticks channel, Lord of mercy, you need to come on over here and give old Dan a look, because I'm always doing stuff like trying to get wheatgrass to germinate. With that being said, you know it's coming down. Reference sure enough, always gonna say it. Don't let nobody dull your shine. And I mean nobody. You can get your shine on, it's important. And Dan will see you and y'all in the next video.